and y'all been fucking saying shit about us.
What's up, guys? As many of you know, I have been through pure hell the last 6 years, the last 8 years. And don't get me wrong, I know I have friends and family that care about me. And I know that I also have friends that are trying to help me. And I beyond 110% appreciate that. But when it comes to getting the help that I need, I've never felt so alone in my life. You know, law enforcement is supposed to protect and serve above all else. Me being an Army brat, I know that better than anyone, because my dad was in the military. And one thing that they don't tell you that is an unwritten and unspoken rule, that when your family member is in the military, you inherently take that same oath. Whether you realize it or not, you take that same oath, whether you're a kid or an adult. So my entire life, I grew up knowing that I need to protect those weaker than myself. Whenever I see something wrong going on, I speak out on it. And what these people are doing is wrong. You see, I did a little bit of digging last night. A lot, actually. And I started looking into some of these people that come from Kiwi farms that have aligned themselves with William Gloryhole. And I found out that this is not William Gloryhole's first time doing this. This man has victimized over 20 people, including myself, and gotten away with it. And the reason why he's gotten away with it is because nobody has spoken out against him. Nobody has stood up against him the way that I have. And you know what's sad? Police are supposed to serve and protect, and to help those in need. Well, all I have to say to Akron law enforcement is this. Where were you guys when my family reached out for help? Where the fuck were all of you when my family reached out for help over 113 times? Begging, screaming, pleading for help. Begging you guys to do something. Because you law enforcement, you think that all this shit is just online and that it doesn't affect the real world. That's a fucking lie. And let me tell you right now, to the officers that came over here, you guys are a bunch of lazy. You sit there and you make the excuse saying that getting off the internet is the answer. No, it is not. Getting off the internet is not going to make this go away. William Gloryhole and his friends are domestic terrorists. This man and his friends have pushed countless lives to being ruined. Countless people have suffered because of William and his friends. And when my dad took an oath when he was in the military, he swore to protect all terrorists and all threats, both foreign and domestic. And you officers, you police officers, take that same oath. But yet, I'm not even in the military, okay? My dad retired when I was 12. But I still uphold those values. It seems like I'm the only one around here trying to uphold those values when it comes to law enforcement helping or not helping. The Akron law enforcement is a joke. And the other night you guys showed that. And the only reason why you guys walked away with your tail between your legs is because you knew damn well that I was asking the proper questions. You knew I was asking the questions that no one else would, or that everybody else and all the other victims are afraid to ask. I did something that all these other victims that have been dehumanized, pushed to the edge, slandered, and in some cases no longer with us. I was asking the questions that no one else had the courage to ask. I even gave you tips on what to do by taking you up the chain of command, taking it to the FBI office, and having these people investigated and charged. Because these people are criminals. These people are terrorists. And you, the Akron law enforcement, are letting this happen. My family has given you countless thousands of hours of footage, screenshots, voice messages saved. We've given you the names of YouTube channels, message groups, Facebook groups. We've given you everything we have, but yet you still say that it's not enough. How is what we given you not enough? My family has given you every bit of information that we have on these people. But yet you sit here and you let my family suffer. These terrorists attempted to turn my family's minivan into a bomb the other night when we were all fast asleep. These evil, vile people attempted to turn my family's van into a bomb. And it could have killed me, and it could have killed my family. And it could have burnt our house down. But yet, you don't think that our van being torched is reason enough to go after these people. Let me tell you right now, if I was in y'all's motherfucking shoes, if somebody showed me all the evidence of them being tormented, harassed, terrorized, and they showed me physical evidence like their van being torched, their house being vandalized, and make sure that they get the justice that is owed to them. I would make sure that family that is getting terrorized doesn't get terrorized anymore. I would make sure that family got their due justice. And I would make damn sure those people terrorizing that family gets locked away for a very long time. That's what you're supposed to do above all else as a fucking law enforcement officer. You say, oh, don't get your feelings in it. Nah, fuck that. Get your feelings in it. Get involved. Let your feelings take over. Get involved in these families' lives. Because maybe if you got more involved in the families' lives and actually sat there and had a conversation with them, instead of acting all professional, fuck being professional. How about being real for once? How about being fucking real for once? Being professional is a fucking joke. Being real, that actually gets you somewhere. That gains you trust with the people. Fuck being professional. Fuck holding back on what's going on. Because let me tell you right now, motherfuckers, you guys took an oath the day you put on those badges and holstered that gun. You took an oath to protect families and to serve families. But yet, when my family calls you guys over 120 different times as of this year, begging for your help, screaming, pleading for you guys to help my family, to hunt these terrorists down and put a stop to it, what did you do? You let my family suffer. Said that it's only internet clout and it's all internet bullshit and that walking away from the internet would solve it. No, it would not. That is not the answer. I am doing what you failed to do and taking a stand against this terrorist group that is a domestic terrorist group. I'm following the same oath that my dad took when he was in the military. I took that same oath. Whether I realized it or not, I took that same oath. It's my job to stop all terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Same as you guys. Look at 9/11. When 9/11 happened back in 2001, you guys banded together. You didn't give a fuck about being professional. No. You sat there and you helped those families that fucking needed it most. You sat there and said, fuck being professional. Let's get these families the help they fucking need. Let's save these lives. Let's put our own lives at risk so that these families can survive. What happened to those police officers? The police officers that didn't have a fucking ego. The officers that actually got involved in families' lives. And actually wanted to help those that are being made victims. Yeah, the platform, the frontier may be different. That may be true. The platform may be online. That may be a new frontier. Or how about in 2016 when my best friend Zach was in his family's pizza shop. You guys banded together for over 2 years to hunt down his killer and found his killer. You guys banded together and hunted down his killer and brought his killer to justice. So why is my family any different than theirs? Why is my family any different from anyone else? I got illegally entrapped and isolated by a bunch of terrorists that want to use me for clout and money. These people want to see me homeless when my mom dies. That's their ultimate goal, is to make me homeless when my mom dies in 20-some years. So that they can hire some fucking thug to go and nobody will think twice about it. And I don't want that for myself. I want a future for myself. I want to be making money like I used to do. I want a future for myself, and I want to do good. I want to be successful again. But how am I supposed to do that when you, Akron law enforcement, and don't want to do your job, sit there and leave my family to suffer all on our own? Making up excuses, saying that, oh, it's just online. That's a fucking lie. That is a bullshit, bald-faced lie. This is more than just online. The shit they're doing online affects my real life on every fucking level. I've lost friends because of these people. My own older sister turned her back on our family. My own dad, who served in the army, disowned me because of lies. My social life burned to dust. My career barely hanging on by a fucking thread. And don't even get me started about what they would do if I had a regular job. They would just show up and harass me. Or do whatever they could to get me fired. Reason I know this would happen, they did the same thing to my best friend Brendan about 2.5 years before he died. They did the exact same thing to him that they would do to me. But yeah, you, Akron law enforcement, you are the reason why I feel so alone in this fight. You know, as far as law enforcement goes, I've never felt so alone in my fucking life. Yes, I know I have friends and family that are helping me fight, and to them I appreciate the fucking world of that. And to the officers that showed up out here the other night, I'm not sorry for what I said to you. I am not sorry for what I said to you at all. I spoke the truth that all the other victims before me are afraid to say. I spoke for myself and I spoke for them. I was the voice for the voiceless that night, and I will continue to be that voice. Because everybody else is too damn scared to step up. All their other victims are too scared. And understandably so. But let me tell you right now, Akron law enforcement, anytime any one of you motherfuckers sends somebody out here, I will do the same thing to them that I did the other night. And I will make it known that they are failing to do their job and that these people need to be gone after. before someone else gets hurt. Because no one deserves to get put through what all those other victims got put through. And they surely don't deserve to be put through what I've gotten put through. No one deserves that. At all. No one deserves to be harassed. No one deserves that. Not me, not anyone. I want to tell you right now, Akron law enforcement, none of you motherfuckers can lay a hand on me. Because if you did, that would be a lawsuit the size of Texas waiting to happen. So you know damn well I'm untouchable at this point. You cannot arrest me for jack shit. Even if you try to, it'll be unlawful imprisonment. And you don't think you wouldn't have a lawsuit on your hands? Oh, you'd have such a big fucking lawsuit on your hands. Then by the time the lawsuit is over, I'd probably own 99.9% of the Akron Police Department. Families' lives do matter. My family matters. The other victims matter. Every family fucking matters. What goes on the internet does matter. It does affect real life. And I'm a prime example of it. Everything from my family being harassed, slandered, and even more recently, the trolls attempting to turn my van into a bomb. What if it did hurt them? You're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about, oh, well, if this didn't happen, this could have turned out bad. The only reason why you don't want to do anything, Akron law enforcement, is because you all are a bunch of lazy, undo your fucking job. You're lazy as fuck. You don't give a fuck about nobody. And by you not giving a fuck, you're going against that very fucking oath that you took. Your job is to serve and to protect the families of Akron, Ohio. But yet, when my family reaches out for help, you don't do nothing. You don't do a goddamn thing. It's funny. You know, you sit there, you find my friend's killer, lock him away. Even though you didn't have the guy's name, you still went after him, found him, and locked him up. But yet, when my family gives you all the information we have on these terrorists, we give you every bit of info we have, you don't do a damn thing. Sure, it goes to show you how two-faced these really are. If you ask me, you don't deserve your badges or your guns. If anything, you deserve to be fired.